Meanwhile, a row has broken out between the government and the coalition over whether there are enough Australian soldiers fighting in Afghanistan. The opposition says it wants an extra 360 troops sent in response to pleas from a digger who claimed that the death of Lance Corporal Jared McKinney last month could have been avoided if better support had been available. Peter Lloyd reports.
Until now, there's been bipartisan agreement on how many Australian soldiers are fighting in Afghanistan. Now this.
We think the armed reconnaissance helicopters, I think some artillery pieces are very important. I think some combat engineers, some mortar sections are needed because this is what the soldier complained about.
That complaint was an email from a soldier who says the death of Lance Corporal Jared McKinney late last month could have been prevented if Australian troops had better resources. The Army has let us down, it said, and I am disgusted. There is an inquiry into the circumstances of McKinney's death.
We should not disturb that process. We should not second-guess that. But all of those matters which go to alleged operational safety or operational weaknesses, they will be considered as part of that.
The Prime Minister wants the opposition leader, Tony Abbott, to explain why the call for more troops is being made before the report is out.
We have relied on the advice of the Chief of the Defence Force that our troop commitment is appropriate to get the mission done. If the Leader of the Opposition is now formally adopting a different policy in an area of such significance and seriousness, then I presume he will announce that, his reasons for it, what, if any, advice he's taken in relation to it, and spell it out in a great deal of detail for the Australian people.
Soon Parliament will debate Australia's involvement in the war, a promise made by Labor when it was striking the alliance with the Greens.
Mr Speaker.
In his maiden speech, the Tasmanian Independent MP, Andrew Wilkie, challenged the accepted wisdom on why Australia is involved.
That we must stay in Afghanistan to protect Australia from terrorism is a great lie, peddled by both the government and the opposition.
Today came clear signs of the anger in the ranks over the charging of 3 soldiers involved in the killing of 6 civilians in Afghanistan early last year. This man is a senior serving Special Forces commando.
Incensed, I suppose is a word. I think dismayed. They feel a bit let down, particularly the ones that have spent any time there. I had some SMSs which were, the content is unprintable or unspeakable. Absolute anger, couldn't believe it.
The 3 soldiers will face court-martial next year. Peter Lloyd, Lateline.